lilies are like.
I recently watched the film Social Network with my daughter Bridie, which, if you don't know the film, is all about how Facebook started. Facebook is an incredibly popular social media site, and now millions of people use it on a regular basis. So it got me to think more about social media and how it's affecting our lives these days. Facebook's only been around since the year 2004, which really isn't that long ago. It's only one of the many social media sites that exist. I really think that social media had this incredible impact. Some of the impact is good, some perhaps is not so good. Some of us are addicted. What do you think?
Of course, everybody knows YouTube, but not everybody knows it's a social media site. It's one of the best. Unlike most social media sites, however, the model on YouTube is very much one of pilots and passengers.
Now YouTube's a way for me to sprout my creativity and also my opinions to the world, and the feedback from that is amazing, and it allows to create a community around that, and this is also how I met you, Lindsay, so it's obviously the greatest thing that's happened in the world.
So I started up on YouTube because I lived in the middle of nowhere, and it was a good way to share my videos with my friends. And then I found that through making videos and uploading them on YouTube, I started making more friends because of that, and that meant I had more friends to share more videos with.
YouTube is the website that have impacted the most in our lives.
Yeah, totally.
In less than a year we met a lot of people, we became partners.
And now we have like a job, which is the best job ever.
I wouldn't have known what to put in my personal statement if I didn't have a YouTube account. This sounds silly, but I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I thought maybe I could do media. And so I was like, oh, I've got a YouTube channel and I update sometimes. And I put that in there, and I got in. I got all 5 of my offers, and I got into my top uni, and it was great.
I've been vlogging on YouTube for nearly 2 years now, I think, under a channel called Pointless Blog, which I've absolutely loved every minute of it. I've also been using Twitter and Facebook to help communicate with everyone and get a bit more involved into the community while I've been on YouTube.
The ticket in is to make good videos, and that takes a lot of care, a lot of time, and a lot of thought. Or a really cute cat.
Blog TV has been a huge impact in my life, and then carried on over to YouTube, which has been an even bigger impact on my life, where I get to meet people and see people that I probably never would have in my entire life if I never started YouTube. And I have people who actually care what I'm doing with my life that are all over the world. And I think that is the coolest thing, and I don't know who I would be without these 2 websites in my life.
Half a year ago we joined Twitter, which is very, very cool.
Ah, Twitter. Yes, Twitter. I can't define it, but I do love it.
I have Twitter as well. I'm not entirely sure why, but I love Twitter. I think it was Stephen Fry saying something cool about how only having 140 characters means you have to be a lot more poetic with your language, and it makes you think about what you're saying a lot more, and that could be it. That could be what's brilliant about it. There is something brilliant about tweets and tweeting.
I've just come back from Mozambique, where I was working on a social and digital media project with Lindsay. We reached over 7 million people on Twitter.
So I use Twitter for mainly YouTube purposes, as I just mainly follow YouTubers that I like and friends that I've met through YouTube. So it's really, really good for just seeing what they're doing every now and again and just having a bit of a stalk and a nosy. Not only does it help me give myself more self-promotion and things on my videos, but earlier this year my 2.5-year-old cousin actually got abducted, and it was through the power of Twitter that they found her 300 miles across the country. And I cannot thank the power of the internet enough for that. It just meant the world.
I use pretty much every social networking site there is, except from Tumblr, because I don't really understand what it's for. I'm sure if I signed up to it I would become just as addicted to it as I am to everything else.
I've recently become really obsessed with Tumblr. I love Tumblr. What's fantastic about Tumblr is if you follow enough people and you follow the right people, you have this 24-hour feed of inspiration, which I think is amazing.
Google just released a brand new social media service called Google+. Naturally, I was on it as soon as I could get there.
I still do the things that I aim to do and I used to do outside of YouTube and Twitter and Facebook. But I'm just furthering myself by making more friends, communicating with more people, and enjoying myself online as well as offline.
Social media made me cool, I guess. I used to be one of them dweebs with no friends, or very few friends, or friends with the other dweebs. But I made friends with the popular kids because we all had AOL Instant Messenger and used to chat on there lots, and yeah.
I feel the need to check Twitter or Facebook or my emails at least every hour. It rules my life.
Social media really can make a difference. And what's happened really in the last few years is that we've seen communication changing, and everybody now has become content producers. You have the opportunity to host your own YouTube channel, you have the opportunity to have your own Twitter feed or your own blog, and that gives you the opportunity to talk about the issues or the campaigns that are important to you. So really, you know, social media has completely changed things. It's put the power back into your hands. It lets you talk about what's important to you.
Look, if it weren't for social media, you wouldn't be seeing me here today, because I was asked to do this by a woman I've never met, someone I've only talked to on social media.